is resolved, criminals take a break. Okay? Stay home. Okay? So everybody chill. Stay home. Okay? Stay home. So everybody chill. Stay home. Okay? Stay home. So everybody chill. Stay home. Okay? Stay home. The crooks, criminals, you chill. Okay? Stay home.
This is so bad.
So that was made by someone on Reddit that goes by the name Edgy Pie. Yeah, Edgy Pie, EDGYPIE. So yeah, Mayor Sylvester Turner, he did some kind of press conference and he's telling people and people to just chill and just out so criminals just chill, don't commit any crimes right now. Going on with coronavirus, and people on Reddit have taken the liberty of taking that conference. There's a couple of them. That one was the Chopped and Screwed remix. So,
wow.
There's the ones.
Show me what other ones are there. I want to hear them.
Let me see what else we have here. There's the reggae one. Again, by the same guy, Edgy Pie. Let me play this here for you.
Okay, kill the coronavirus is resolved. Criminals take a break. Okay, stay home. So everybody chill. Stay home. Okay, stay home. Chill. Crooks, criminals, you chill. Stay home. Okay, stay home. So everybody chill. Stay home. Okay, stay home. Chill. Crooks, criminals, you chill. Okay, stay home. And don't commit any crimes. Stay home.
Oh man,
people are really fucking bored, man. Like they're really bored on this quarantine. I thought the video was fake when I first saw it this morning.
Oh, the one of him telling people to chill.
The criminals stay home. Like, okay, Mayor Turner, we will. Don't worry.
So I love it. It's whenever something ridiculous happens, people just fucking have a field day with it.
Wow. Has anything else like interesting happened on Reddit? Has anything like
shit, there's always interesting stuff on Reddit, but what I wanted, the whole point of what we're doing right now, I wanted to try and just get together and just do a little thing on different videos that we've seen, because we go back and forth all the time and we share like TikToks and shit with each other all the time. Like,
yeah.
Again,
if we're not sharing them, like we're watching it together. So.
Yeah, that's one of our pastimes. So it's either TikToks or like random stuff on Twitter tweets, Twitter videos, stuff like that. So I think it would be I thought it would be a good idea maybe just to share with people what it would be like to
be watching that shit with us.
Just give people an inside share what that's like. So I actually have a couple videos I wanted to share with you.
Okay.
Send me a couple too. I haven't really taken a look at them, but
they're on Twitter, so we'll probably have to like.
No, I saved them here. I saved them here, so I'm just gonna share with you real quick.
Okay. I'm very excited about this.
All right, so this is one you sent me.
If someone comes to the side of your vehicle with a gun pointed to the side of your head, don't respond like he did.
Instead, respond like this. Now look at that. You're headed home.
Fuck, man. I watched that before sending it to you, and I swear to God, like people that were outside of my room were like, "Is she okay?" Like, was peeing myself. I couldn't do it. Like,
Yeah, that's. Remember that one time we were outside your house and some dude came and knocked on the
like
window?
not with a gun, like with a gun.
It was like what, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., something like that.
It wasn't even late. I think it was probably like 10 at night, honestly.
In my mind, it was like 4 a.m. in the morning. Nobody
The
came.
guy was like, blah, blah.
Yeah, came.
What are you guys doing here?
Yeah, that's what I should have done. I just should have.
He would have shot us. I don't think he would care. He would have shot us.
But I mean, like the guy in the video said, you just move around, you're good. Kind of matrix shit is that?
I kind of want to try it. Like, I hope someone pulls a gun on me. No, I don't. I take that back. No, I don't. I have too many bad luck. I have too much bad luck with people.
Yeah, you already had
Too
to
much.
come and sucker punch you. You don't need.
Wow. Wow. Okay, so just to explain that story so Anthony doesn't look like an asshole. A guy like tried to rob me outside of my old apartment, and well, I got away, but he punched me across the face twice. So that's very interesting. Long story short, yeah, he sucker punched me from behind. And Anthony, so we like joke about it to this day, even though it's not a thing to joke about.
Yeah, I was gonna say, even though you explained it, I still seem like an asshole.
It's fine. Next video.
Okay, let's see what other videos we have here. I think
Oh my god.
you sent me.
Another one that I sent you?
Yeah, I think there's another one you sent me here. Let me pull it up here. You're able to hear these, right?
Mhm.
Okay. All right, so I love it already.
Oh god.
Oh shit! Oh, give me a second. Your last move is their first move. It took me a second to realize what you were, what they were doing there.
I just know that's someone's brother. I just know that's one of their brothers that he was just like, all right, fuck it.
Oh, of course. Look at her face right when it happens. See him take it off, you see him take it off, and then look at her face right away. Right away, she's like, what?
That's amazing. Oh god. It took me a second too when I first watched it. Like I was like, wait, what? And then I had to replay it like you did. And I was like, wow.
Oh my god, that's amazing. There's been a lot of those. There's been a lot of those trends lately, like on TikTok and stuff.
Like the baby girl, give me something. Oh.
Yeah, there's been a lot of. You know what? I actually have one of those I wanted to show you.
Oh gosh.
No, I mean it's just following the trend. I think you'll really like it.
Mm.
So
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
All right, here we go.
Oh my god. Bro, wait, no, play back to like the fourth guy.
The fourth guy.
It's
There's the second. There, this one
the
here.
one with the bandana. What is that? He
What
went,
do you mean? So
wait, play it back. So he went
all right, so he
da 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 da
the thing with his
da
arm
da da.
and then flips it, gives the bird, and then just he's out of there. I'm out.
Oh, hit it. Man, me and that last guy have the same hair, not gonna lie. Oh fuck.
I really really enjoy how TikTok is in the prisons and in the
Like, are they allowed phones? Who snuck in a phone
Of course.
that's like new enough to like have TikTok? Like, how did they sneak that in? You know?
They're all androids too. No one in prison has an iPhone.
Oh yeah, no, of course. But I guess TikTok doesn't discriminate against people with Androids, so
Oh man,
it's fine.
that's
This
amazing.
is very surprising to me.
No, I mean you could get anything in prison from what I've heard. There's just endless. You can get drugs, food, whatever. You could get
I mean, how do you bring it in though?
up
Like, do they really shove things up their ass? Like, I'm genuinely curious.
I'm sure they do.
Can you shove a phone up your ass? That's what I'm. That's my main question.
You probably could. You'd be surprised. Not speaking from experience, I'm just saying.
I was about to say. I was like, I'll be surprised.
No, have you
We've been dating almost 3 years. I should know that by now.
have you seen those X-rays of like stuff that's like stuck up there? Like there's been like I've seen like light bulbs and stuff like that. Yeah, have you never seen that?
No.
Oh man, it's like I had a bright idea.
Stop. You're
Speaking
going to hell for that.
of relationships, I discovered an interesting lane on TikTok that I think we should have a talk about.
Okay.
Let me pull this one up for you here because I do think this is. Oh no!
What?
I don't think I have it saved here on the file. Let me just put it in there real quick.
So it's a trend from TikTok?
It's not really a trend. It's just more of a lane. Like, for those who don't know what TikTok is, it's like it's like short videos. Like 20-second, or like it could be like as low as like 10 seconds up to about a minute and a half. And it's just it's just people being people and making funny things. There's a lot of different lanes in there. There's subcategories of talks, if you will.
Of dogs.
Yeah, there's like what I showed you. There's trends that happen on there. There's just a lot of different stuff, and a lot of it is pretty hilarious, and that's part of why we love it. But there's one lane in there that, again, I think we should really talk about. It's I'll just show you here what lane this is. So to set this up, story time. It's the story of this couple. and
Uh-huh.
I think we could probably relate to this. So here we go.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So again, just to go back and reiterate, Al and Cass got married. They moved to California. They go to a party, and they meet Carly. Cass and Carly become friends, and then what does it say here? They all go out. They caught feelings and all started dating, and they all lived happily ever after. So polyamory is a big name on TikTok, and it's something I think we should discuss.
Oh, really?
Yes. When
Because
are we bringing in another person in this relationship?
I don't know.
And you know what kind of girlfriend should we have is the question.
Who says it has to be a girlfriend?
Well, in all these relationships, it's always, two girls and a married couple, or it's like a married couple and a girlfriend. Like they all have, they have a girlfriend. In fact, let me show you another one.
Oh my God.
Show you another one so you can understand the type of relationships that we're going to be having in the future. Let me look at this one here.
Some people comment and think that this type of relationship, a polyamorous relationship, is not going to work, but it does.
We've been together for over 6 years. That's more than some relationships out there.
Going on 7.
I like how their name is polyamory. Polyamory.
Yeah, so I did some research on their page.
One second.
I did some research on their page. You know how some people they take one aspect of their personality and that becomes their whole identity?
Yes.
Yeah, so some people it's, I do CrossFit or I do this or I do that, just as examples, nothing against it. But yeah, so their whole thing is we're polyamorous.
You mean the WOD, dude? We're gonna do the WOD? The WOD for today. The WOD. You ready for the WOD? I'm ready for the WOD. That's literally every time I think of CrossFit, that's what I think of. Anyway.
WOD? Workout of the day? Is that what it is?
Yeah. Yes.
So these three lovely people, their whole identity is we're in a polyamorous relationship and that's it. Literally all their posts, and they have hundreds of videos. It's hey, we're polyamorous, look what we're doing. That's it. The captions are polyamorous people, how poly people drink out of soda cans. That's literally the captions.
I mean, their whole the name on their page is polyamory. I don't see what else you expect from it.
No, I mean they're advertising. There's no.
They're advocates for it. They're advocates. They're big activists for that polyamorous.
Right. And so going back to the question, what kind of girlfriend are we going to be having? Brunette, green hair, pink hair. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Definitely not a CrossFit girl. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm not trying to do the WOD every day. I really can't. I'm really not. I can really do my own WOD of the day.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm a jealous person, so I don't know how I feel about it.
Well, I did more research on it. And it's not like the the guys dating two women, or it's not like the girls dating a guy and a girl. They're all dating each other, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like one person with the two people. It's not like Doc Antle, for example.
Got it.
Remember, it was him, and then he had all his wives below him.
Yeah, like 4 or 5,
And
6,
it's like
maybe 8 wives.
Yeah, they each belong to him.
And they all had their own house.
Right.
I mean, just for that, I'll probably do it. But like, yeah, I would feel like the dynamic has to be very like equal.
Exactly.
I like how you're like trying not to laugh, but I can see it in your face.
No, I agree. I agree 100%. And when we engage in a poly relationship, it will all be completely equal.
Sure.
Oh man.
For sure. I don't know. I feel like the thing is with like 2 girls and a guy type of poly relationship is like the girl is usually like either really attractive or they're really attractive and they're into like both people, or they're really attractive or not that attractive and they're into both people from what I've seen.
From what I've noticed from my research, it's always 2 very attractive women and 1 slob of a guy, like 1 terrible looking dude. It's always like a terrible, like disgusting. Like, I don't mean to talk disrespectfully about anybody, but
you are though. You're talking shit.
just take a look. I don't know if you got a good look at him, but look at my man here.
Stop.
Look at my man. Look at him.
How does he pull that much pussy? Like I really don't.
Would you be in a poly
understand
relationship
it.
with him?
No, not with him.
Really?
I would get on a relationship with the girls.
What
especially
about
with the pink hair one?
What about Doc Antle? Would you be one of his many wives, of his 9 wives?
No. And you want to know why?
Okay.
Not because he's not like, I mean, he is the slob. He's a terrible person from what we see in that Tiger King.
I think he was great.
But but I wouldn't, because he forces them to work every day. They have to go like through a bunch of trials, which is also explained in the show. So if you haven't watched Tiger King, definitely go watch it. It's very interesting. You learn a lot, and it's very chaotic, and I love it. Also, free Joe Exotic. Anyway, yeah, they work every single day of the year. They get their own house, but then I feel like he also drugs them. Like he kind of like meets them, he gets them really young, he ends up like having sex with them, and he ends up drugging them. So they end up being like, "Oh, this is great. I'm in heaven." Like, no, bitch, you're literally risking your life with tigers.
He drugged them allegedly. There was no proof.
Allegedly. I don't know. I just wouldn't trust him, and it's not because of his looks. Like he's not the nicest looking dude, but I mean, like,
No, he
apparently
definitely looks like he would do some shit.
Yeah, no, for sure. But allegedly, no, he looks like it. He kind of gives off that vibe. But yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like it's like we have to go through the types of girls. What if it was like 2 guys and a girl? Because I've seen that type of polyamorous relationship though.
No, I don't think that's
Your research said no.
Yeah, none of the research I did indicated that's an option. Anyway, so let's move on. Next video that we have here. So we're not in the same place. If not, we'd be filming this together. But because we're in quarantine because of coronavirus, of course, everybody's probably tired of hearing that right now. Um, that's why we're here. But I do just want to mention uh, something here. Just play 2 videos or so about Corona, and then we'll probably move on from that. But this first one here is about essential workers. So, one of the essential workers that are out right now are people from Amazon workers and warehouses and stuff, and delivery drivers. And I think, there's been people that have tested positive, whatever. But, there's a lot of them going on strike right now because a lot of the essential supplies, like toilet paper, for instance, you can see I have some in the back here. Toilet paper and other essential items are out of stock on Amazon. So have you tried to order something recently from there?
Maybe like a week ago or so, but yeah.
So a lot of stuff right now is just out of stock and on back order. So they have to restock the warehouses. So a lot of the stuff that essential items aren't even there. So they're still going to work as essential workers, but you see the kind of gray area that's there. It's like, well, none of the stuff's here. We're just mailing out BS, So one of the workers here is giving a speech about that. He's doing a press conference stating, airing out his grievances. So let's take a look at this for you.
They should not be selling non-essential items. If you go on the website, all the essential items are sold out. Until you restock and until you close this building, shut it down. Dildos are not essential items. Books for kids, yes, but dildos? No.
I like that I couldn't see half his face, but I knew exactly what expression he was trying to portray through saying that.
I love how he at the end he's like, dildo? No.
No. Shut it down. Like, dildos? No. That's not an essential item. Books, I mean, for kids, but dildos? No. Okay. I can see how it could be an essential item for someone that lives alone. Male or female, whoever needs it. I can see how that's something. But like, if you're living with people in the house, why the fuck would you be ordering that right now? Like, even if you had a significant other in your house with you, like, why? Like, why would you be ordering that right now?
Spice it up.
Spice it up. You have a whole real dick with you, like, or pussy, whatever you're into. Whatever you're into.
You get bored sometimes, it happens.
You get bored.
Some people need a little extra. There's nothing wrong with that, let people be. But during a pandemic, yeah, you're right. You probably should find different ways. If we're having to find different ways to work out at home and not go to the gym, you can find another way to, get off.
Take care of yourself.
Take care of yourself.
Wow, good. Those are the two opposite ends of that sentence. Like, it's like, oh, take care of yourself, self-care. And it's like this is circle completely. Yeah. Ew, I'm so grossed out with myself.
That is definitely the teaser clip. Oh,
you set me up with that one though. I was thinking of something serious when you're like, "Oh, it's an Amazon work."
It is serious. It is very serious. I'll give me 1 second. I'm gonna stop real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, so we are back now. All right, so we left off with the Amazon worker. And so the other one I wanted to show you is about healthcare workers. So with Corona going on and everything, healthcare workers, obviously essential workers, they are there's a lot of doctors and nurses and healthcare workers on the front lines that even at work, I've heard people be like, when I go home, I take off my clothes and just throw them in a bag in my car, or whatever. I don't go inside with my clothes. So a lot of people are like taking extra precautions to care for their families. This healthcare worker made a video about what she's doing, and I think a lot of people would appreciate seeing this here.
I keep seeing these posts about healthcare workers coming home and avoiding contact with their families completely, or taking off their scrubs before walking into their house so that they don't spread anything to them. But I personally feed my scrubs to my children every day that I come home from work, because I didn't raise a family of pussies. Amberlynn, shut the fuck up.
Oh my fucking God. Oh my God.
And I agree. The healthcare workers should be feeding their stuff to their families. You build an immunity.
Yeah, they get sick for a week and then they're like completely immune to the virus.
Yeah.
That's the only way we can flatten the curve.
It's the only way. I've heard. I've had some people like people of the older generation tell me that like back in my day, like we used to swim in the bayous and we never got sick. We swam with the with all the waste and stuff. We used to walk through the sewers and we never got sick. So I think that's something we need to bring back.
So do it.
Yeah, we need to bring it back in this generation. I think a lot of people our age, for instance, are getting pretty soft, and I think feeding them virus-infected scrubs for dinner would be a great way of strengthening our generation as a whole.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How would you season the scrubs? Like, would you like chop it up and like do like a General Tso's sauce with it, or like would you like steam it, make it some soup?
I think it's kind of versatile. The scrubs, they're kind of like potatoes. You could do anything with them. You can fry them, bake them, boil them. You could do a lot of things with them. Scrubs are the potato of the clothing industry. I guess you would say. Yeah, I mean, me personally, I'd probably just keep it simple and maybe fry it up on the stove for a little bit and put a little lime juice on it, maybe some cheese, like shredded cheese on it, and just maybe put it in like a tortilla, like a taco kind of thing. And maybe serve with a little bit of avocado, because you got to get your healthy fats. And I mean, you serve it up anyway, really. You?
I don't know. I feel like after like a 12-hour shift or something, I would want something like warm. So I'll probably make it soup.
Okay.
Mix it with other things. Like I'll probably put in like the surgical mask that I wore the whole day, the gloves. Like I'll chop them up real finely so like I could get like the full sense of the virus on my hands. Yeah, probably soup.
Okay. That's
I
didn't think about that. That's pretty good. You can mix some things, and that's pretty good.
I hate us. Fucking hate us.
So we're gonna move on from that. But during quarantine, I've seen a lot of challenges lately. You tagged me in a push-up challenge. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
So there's push-up challenges. There's draw this challenge. People are putting like templates, and they're like, "What's your favorite animal?" Or "What's your favorite day of the week?" Like, a lot of stuff like that going on. And here's one challenge that I think we should both try, actually. I think we could probably get some good traction on this one if we try it out.
I'm Big Hack, and this is the walk up the steps with a pen in between your butt cheeks challenge. Just found out that the walk up the steps with a pen in your butt cheeks challenge doesn't even exist. My mom just took my pens, and I need to do my homework. So thanks for making me look like an idiot.
Oh my god. I low-key want to do it though. Like, like I'm thinking, which pen could I use for this? I have a whole collection. I have like a blue pen, I have green pens, like all the variety for it.
Those combo pins they used to sell like at book fairs and stuff.
You mean the ones that we stole? Because I never bought one.
Oh yeah, I just never bought one because I didn't have the money. I didn't resort to stealing like a criminal.
I mean, I wow. I didn't have the money either. You made the assumption that I had the money. No, you made the assumption that I was stealing, even though I had the money. I didn't have the money for it.
You didn't hear the mayor. All the criminals.
Stay home.
Man.
Okay. I can't believe that was real. I thought that was a joke. Like I thought someone edited to make it sound like he was saying some shit like that.
Oh, I thought you meant the challenge.
No. I meant Major Turner.
Hey, that is very real. No, Turner, yeah, that was whatever you think about him, that was wild.
I knew he was some sort of ridiculous. Like I knew he's ridiculous in a way, but I didn't think like he would publicly say some shit like that.
I mean, it's, I can't even do that. But what do you think about this challenge? I think we should try it.
If I do it, I'm tagging you in it, and then you'll keep tagging people. And I want to see people. I feel like people would actually start doing it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like people would just be going up their apartment or their house stairs, with the pen in their cheeks. What if it gets to the point that someone does it up like the Rocky steps and does it to the music? I like da 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 da, and they got the they're like shuffling up the steps with the pen.
Oh my god. Okay, now we have to fly out and go over there and do it. Like there's no other way to do it at this point. Like I can't walk up the apartment steps like that. Like I need to go do it at the Rocky steps. Mm-hmm. It's the only way.
I think no, I just think if we put it out there, someone will do it. It's not about getting the fame for it. It's about making it happen and putting it out into the world.
But I thought clout was important.
No, I mean it's I agree clout's important and you want the clout, but sometimes you just want to be a pioneer, like the settlers when they first came to America, they set out not to be the people who created it, but just to create it. You know what I mean?
So like the lack of credit given to Black TikTokers when it comes to their dances.
Oh yeah, that's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wait, how do you claim it?
I mean, if you start the trend and you're the first one to create the hashtag or to use the song, you can always people can credit you after that. Like, you can just be like, hey, this is Blah's dance, and you still do the dance, But there's also like an algorithm on TikTok, and I read this somewhere. I have to find the article for it, where they mentioned that it's owned by a Chinese company. TikTok is owned by a Chinese company,
right?
And they have a lot of restrictions when it comes to people looking a certain way. So if you're, lighter skin, white, then your videos are posted more frequently. Like if you hit a link, it'll be there. Like it'll be one of the first few that you see. It's usually white people. It's never like people of color.
That's interesting.
So,
I think it also depends on the content you're liking and the content you're looking at. Because speaking from my experience, a lot of my feed, like I was looking at it today, a lot of my feed is actually like primarily like Spanish TikToks and Mexican TikToks. Granted, you know what? It is a lot of light-skinned Hispanics and Mexicans, but Mexican nonetheless. There's like a lot of recipes and like obscure like Spanish kind of humor that I get shown my way. It's really interesting. Let's see. Talking about culture, there's one that you sent me that I haven't looked all the way through. Let me open this up and
I'm trying to think which one because I don't remember.
Let's see here.
Oh.
People will be like, "You've got to be joking. Come on then, suck my dick." British people get frustrated and be like, "No, I literally can't do anything." Your table, like, "Could you pass me the butter, love?" British people during sex be like, "Yes, daddy, harder." You finish telling the story, British people be like, "Go on then." British people really be like, "Absolutely metal." British people watching Spider-Man be like, "Peter Parker." British people be like, "I thought we were in this together." British people be like, "Can I get a bottle of water?"
Fuck, dude. I actually follow that girl that posted it like on Twitter, and she said that TikTok took that video down.
Oh, really? How come?
I don't know. They just took it down. She posted it, and a few hours later, it wasn't there.
Probably because of cultural appropriation.
Towards British people, though?
Yeah. They
How?
get appropriated a lot.
They got what?
They get appropriated like a lot.
I mean, but it's just her reading tweets. Like it's just jokes. Have you seen the replies that British people have when it comes to that?
No, what are they?
They're like they'll be like a joke, like, "Can I get a bottle of water?" And then they'll be like, "Oh," Americans be like, "Oh, I can't go to school today because they went and shut up everybody at the school." Like it's some like out of pocket shit that happens here.
God damn, we were just making fun of the way they say water.
You see what I mean? So, fuck British people. They can't be complaining about that.
I mean, there's a shit. Oh my God. How do you think all the school shooters feel right now? Like, do you think they're just pissed?
Probably.
You know how
they probably.
You know how those people during spring break, they're like, we're not gonna let we're not gonna let Corona stop us from having a good time. Like, we're still gonna be out here. Like, we planned this trip like 3 months in advance. You think the school shooters are like sitting at home just pissed? Like, man, I'm not gonna let Corona do this. I've been planning the school shooting for like 6 months, man. Like, no, bro. Like, I already spent the money on this AK. Like, not me.
Stop.
I don't care. I'll shoot up this whole Zoom meeting if I have to.
Yo, actually, funny story about like school shooters, because I think one of my friends has one in her class. So I'm not gonna give her name, but she goes to the University of Houston. And they had like Zoom meetings for some of their like health classes, right? And usually during the Zoom meetings, they're like, hey, you can put your video or not. And apparently there was a kid who, my emails opened up. Anyway, there was a kid who started like putting some wild shit. Like he started messing with what you could see on the screen or whatever the professor was putting. And he was like doing like the swastika, like drawing out the swastika, like, putting the N word with the hard R, like doing all this out of pocket shit, like out of nowhere in the middle of class. And my friend was like, why the fuck would people do this? This is literally the nicest teacher that we all have. And I'm like, yikes.
Yeah, that's that's terrible. Some people are just like, I understand trolling to a certain extent, but that's like super out of pocket and disrespectful. Like during my Zoom meetings so far, I've like started like making shots and like mixing drinks and stuff while on Zoom. Yeah, I've been pretty out of pocket in some regards, just trying to get a laugh from people. But I mean, that's so disrespectful, though. To like,
it's probably a school shooter. Not gonna lie.
I was gonna say, how does that constitute school shooter? Like that's rude and disrespectful. But I don't know, school shootery. Like, is that just the vibe?
I mean, I feel like school shooters have to have different personality traits to them, and I feel like one could be like being a troll or also being racist to a certain extent.
Okay.
But yeah, like I feel like since they can't shoot up anybody, they can just like fuck up their Zoom meeting. Well, there's like 300 kids in the Zoom meeting.
Jeez.
Because that's how big those classes are. Like honestly,
300 kids, 300 students in a classroom.
Yeah, I've seen some classes at the university that are that big.
Wow. That's
Yeah. So. But anyway, I feel like, yeah, school shooters are definitely very sad that they can't do their thing right now.
I gotta wait a whole nother year? Fuck. Do I even want to do this anymore? There's any life choices.
Like, I wonder what they're doing right now during the quarantine. What do you think they're doing?
Stocking up.
Stocking
up. They're like, you know what? This just gives me more time to get more ammo, you know?
Oh my God. But you're not supposed to leave. Like, you're supposed to stay home.
I think you can still buy guns and ammo. Like, I mean, you could just order it online. Get it delivered.
Is that legal?
You know what? I'm pretty sure it is. Like, I'm pretty sure it is. Like, I'm pretty sure you could buy guns online and ammo online, but I do not own any guns or have ammo, so I'm speaking out of ignorance.
I feel like, actually, never mind. It's not gonna make sense. It's just gonna be some ignorant shit too. So, might as well not.
Oh, you know what? I just looked it up. You can ship ammunition to people via ground or air travel. So like you can get like a UPS package with ammo in it.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so no, for sure, school shooters are definitely stocking up and stuff right now. So
how do we even bring up school shooters, honestly? Like, I'm trying to backtrack to what we were talking about before, and I really don't know. Wow.
I honestly could not remember, but let's move on to something a little bit more lighthearted here. You sent me another challenge. Let's see what this one is. I think I've seen this one.
I'm trying to remember.
See if it'll open. It doesn't seem to want to open right now. I don't know. Well, we'll have to come back to that one. There's one that I wanted to show you that is very relatable to me. That Yeah, this one opened up. Yeah, so this is me driving to my girlfriend's place.
Oh my god, that's so true. I know it.
I can definitely relate to that. I think I don't know if more guys can relate, but I definitely have two different playlists. When I'm on the way to pick you up, and then one when I'm actually around the corner. Yeah.
Is that what you take? Like, I know, like, I feel like at a certain point, I can tell like how long it takes you to drive to my house. Sometimes it takes you a little bit longer, and I'm guessing like you're trying to pick the right song to like be blasting when you're in the car before I get in. I just love in that video that he changes like he moves the seat back and he changes the song to like a song that has Pop Smoke on it.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, for sure. Let me go back to it here.
Also, rest in peace, Pop Smoke.
Pop Smoke,
I'm so sad, man. Oh man.
So he puts
what is
all the way back. What is what?
What is your song on the way here then? Like I want to know.
Oh,
what's the playlist?
On the way, I have a whole like soft as shit playlist. Like it's all like super like melodic kind of like indie rock stuff and just man. I would definitely get beat up if I played it out loud in certain parts.
Tell me one song. One.
Shit, I don't even know. It's just like kind of like obscure stuff that no one really listens to. I think now I'm just being hipsterish, but yeah, it's like all soft.
It's underground. Like you wouldn't know about it. Yeah.
It's just all like super soft stuff, man. Like super soft. Like I showed you that I think they're from Sweden or Iceland. I showed you that one from the Europe.
Okay, wait, no. Wait, that shit's fire. That's not like
no, I agree.
girly.
Fire. All my shit's fire, but it's soft. It's not like, it's not hard.
Wait, can you play that video of the Swedish or Polish group?
I don't think I can. I think I'd get copyrighted for it. I'm serious. I think I get copyrighted if I played it or something. But yeah.
What's the names and like what's the name of the group and the song so that people can actually go and listen to
it? Let me see. I got it pulled up here. Let me see if I can share the screen here so people can see. So the song is called "Think About Things." That's the English version. There's an English version and an Icelandic version, I believe, is the language. It's called "Think About Things," and the name of the group is shit. I have no idea how to pronounce that. DAOI is the first part, but if you just type in "Think About Things" and maybe type in Eurovision, you'll probably hit it. But let me share the screen here and show you what it looks like at least. So that right there, that's the video. Think About Things. Dua Freyer? No idea how it's pronounced, but yeah, I mean that's like something I would play on the way, you know, and then I switch it up, put on Gotti with Pop Smoke.
like one hand on the wheel, just looking, has the sunglasses on, waits for me. Doesn't even look for me to get into the car. Just looks straight, and it's like,
yeah, should
it's like, oh hey, oh hey. Once I'm in the car. Oh, that's so funny. That's so true. I love that.
Yeah. So, moving on a little bit more, today I found something very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I found an artist, probably someone I would play once I'm there. Not on the way. It's probably something I'd play like once I'm there. Artist by the name TJX6. So TEEJAYX and the number 6. TJX. His whole the way he blew up. He's first off, he's 18 years old.
Wow.
18 years old, and he's a rapper. The way he blew up is by making songs and videos about scamming. Yes. So let me read you let me read you the lyrics to one of his songs. The one I heard was it was two that I heard: Swipe Lesson and I think Swipe Story.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Were the songs. So let me read you the lyrics to Swipe Story by TJX6. Here's the chorus. Let me tell y'all about one time at Walmart. Walked in and played it smooth. I grabbed the shopping cart, break my cousin off a couple hundred because she played her part. I scammed the same Walmart 50 times. I got to play it smart. So already he's like setting the tone. I'm walking in the Walmart. I'm about to scam him. My cousin's helping me out. I'm going to pay her a couple $100. So already, you know where you're at mentally. It's part of that lyricism. He's painting the picture for you. First verse, he says, listen to what I got to say. I'm about to get honest. Play it crazy like I'm shopping here for clothes. Then I hit electronics. Grab some Xboxes and TVs. I think about 7. I told them all these gifts so they don't even... I told them that all these gifts so they won't even question. As soon as I got up to the counter, they started asking questions like, am I getting these for kids or some family members? I said, because I ain't get them nothing for Christmas in December. She responded back, okay, sir, I understand. Had an Xbox on the left, a TV in the other hand. Told her, I think I lost my cash. Let me call a friend. I let 2 minutes pass by, then reached inside my pocket. Now this one shit about to get real and nobody could stop it. I pulled out the debit card that I just embossed. Was hoping that the clerk ain't look at it weird or have to call the boss. So he's at Walmart. He goes, he looks at some clothes. He's like, oh, I'm just a regular shopper. I'm just here, doing my thing. And then, oh, let me go look at the electronics. Oh, some Xboxes, TVs. He grabs about 7 of them. And they're like, oh, what are you doing this for? What's with the big purchase? Obviously, he knows it's suspicious. So he's like, oh, just gifts for my family. And then he pulls out a counterfeit debit card.
What is a counterfeit debit card?
You know how like some people get their identity or their bank account information stolen. Like they'll use their debit card like at a gas station or on a card reader, and it gets red because someone like put something on it. Have you seen those videos of like people at gas stations pulling the card reader?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this gentleman here, TJX6, this is primarily what he does. He creates fake card. This is just one of the scams he does. He creates fake cards and he uses it to buy big purchases like this. So he then goes on to say, she asked me what I like to do. I said playing golf. I stuttered when she asked that. I had to play it off. So he's nervous. She said my total was about $2,500 plus tax. I'm thinking to myself, as soon as I get this done, I'm getting X Maxes. She bagged everything up and put them in the cart. My shit approved. I no longer got a racing heart. even though it went through, I still got to play it smart because I was here for gift cards for the very start. Now I'm about to get the aisle 7 where my cousin at. She let me slide at any time, and I'm loving that. She let me push through 5,000, and I double back. She added up how much I made in here. And it goes on and it goes on, but yeah, so, he paid with the fake credit card. It got approved. He's like, yes. So in total, it was about $2,500 for all the items, and he's just gonna go and sell it off, make a couple, make a couple bands, make a couple $1,000s, and then he's gonna get himself some X Maxes. But yeah, so that's, and then he talks about getting gift cards. And there's another video where he talks about a scam with gift cards, where you go and load them up with a fake card, with like a fake debit card. You buy gift cards, anything under $500, and you pay for them. You go around town doing that a couple times. You maybe get 4 or 5. Next thing you know, you got about 20,000. And then you just go to like a check cashing place and you cash them out.
Wow.
It's insane. And he's
noted.
He's just rapping about this like, this is what I do.
I'm digging it. I mean, the lyrics were fire. Like, so I was like, okay, like I can think about it could sound in my head. I was like, all right, okay. I could bump off to this.
Funny story about gift cards. I think I've told you this before. I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
When I was working at Walgreens a couple years back, there was a gentleman who came in, and I used to work like the weekend shift. So there's this gentleman that came in, and he bought those Visa gift cards. There's one that you could load up to like $500. He came in, loaded them with $400 each, and he bought about maybe like 5 or 6 of them. And so $400 each. He was looking to pay like $2,000 or something. Mm-hmm. I think if I do the math right, like $2,000 for. I'm pretty sure I did the math right there.
Let's just hope.
I hope so. So I'm scanning him up. I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, he doesn't say anything to me. I'm trying to make conversation. I'm like, oh, how you doing? Like, oh, lucky people are gonna get some good gift cards. He's giving me nothing. He's not giving me any response. He's like, I'm like, okay. And then I tell him the total. It's like, oh, 2,000, whatever. And he's like, I have coupons. I'm like, what? He's like, I have coupons. And he hands me like 5 or 6 coupons that say Visa gift card, $300. And I'm like, that's weird. Yeah, so I scan them, and I look at the screen, and it goes through. It takes off $300 from each one. Yeah. So I'm like, that's weird. And then I read the coupon. I was like, oh, I've never seen one of these before. Where'd you get it? He's like, I know someone that works for the company. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And I don't see anything about like limit 1 per customer, nothing like that. So I'm like, okay. And I scan them all. I scanned like all 6 of them. And just the total just minus 300, minus 300, minus 300, minus 300. And his total ended up being like maybe $400, $500. And I was like, oh, well, $400. He's like, okay. Gives me cash. Doesn't even get a bag. He just takes them and then leaves. I didn't think anything of it. A week later, when I go into work, they call me into the back office and like, hey, did you take these? And they show me the coupons. I was like, yeah. And they're like, these aren't real. I was like, what? What do you mean they weren't real? There's no coupons for Visa gift cards?
Oh my God. You did not.
I'm mortified because this is one of the first jobs that I have. And like I screwed up. I was there for like 2 weeks. It was within my first 2 weeks there.
Oh.
And they're like, yeah, these aren't real. These are fake. And I'm like, but they scanned. They're like, yeah, we know they scanned. That's how they get away with it. I'm like, oh.
Did you get in trouble for it?
And no, I mean, they were just like, just be careful next time. If it looks suspicious, call a manager. I was like, okay, cool. And they just told me to go clock in. That was it.
Wow.
Yeah, but that was the time I was a part of a scam.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's insane. So yeah.
Damn, I wish I could be that smart.
I know, me too. I wish I could be a criminal, but Maritime, all the
Maybe
criminals,
stay home.
all the criminals need to chill. And with that, let's end this with another remix by Sylvester Turner telling us to chill. So no scamming today because the mayor says no criminals out. We can't do anything. Let's go ahead and play it out to this commander here.
Stay home. Okay. Till the coronavirus is resolved, criminals take a break. Okay. Stay home. So everybody chill. Stay home. Okay. Stay home. Stay home. Chill. Crooks, criminals, you chill. Stay home. Okay. Stay home. Stay home. So everybody chill. Stay home. Okay. Stay home. Stay home. Chill. Crooks, criminals, you chill. Okay, stay home, and don't commit any crimes. Stay home.